What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to talk about how you can stay awake at work without caffeine. If you want to optimize your energy levels, you want to make sure you perform your best without guzzling gallons of caffeine, here is how I'm going to give you the secrets in this video. All right, guys, as we dive into this topic of increasing energy levels and staying awake at work without guzzling gallons of caffeine, there's two main directions I want to take this. The first one is more of the root. We need to fix the root of the problem so you don't have to be dependent on caffeine or you're not tired all the time. And then we're going to fix the fruit or the symptoms of while you're fixing the roots and I am tired, what can I do to increase my levels without going to grab another energy drink? So we're going to talk about how do I fix it for good, and then also how do I fix for now. First off, let's talk about the root of the issue. You need caffeine, why? Because you're tired. And why are you tired? Because something is not performing optimally in your body. Now, that could be as simple as you're not getting enough sleep. Do I need to be your mom right now and tell you to go to bed early? I hope not, but maybe you're like me, no judgment, or you're like our clients that's like, hey, I got too many things to do. I don't have enough time for sleep. I got too much work to do. I got I get it. It can be really hard to prioritize sleep, but I want to remind you of the importance of it. If you don't get enough sleep, your body does not perform and function optimally. And you may be like, my body functions fine. Well, there's countless studies that I can point you to that actually shows the decrease in percentage of brain performance with lack of sleep, the percentage of disease increase that comes from lack of sleep, how much harder it makes your body to gain muscle and lose body fat because of lack of sleep. In fact, it sabotages everything that you want to accomplish if you don't get enough sleep. And so I want to challenge you a little bit to shift your perspective on sleep, that it's not this like, I have to do it all the time. It's actually a cheat code. It's a superpower. I actually saw someone the other day say this, hey, if you could take this drug that would give you more energy, that would help you lose body fat, that would help you gain muscle, that would fix your hormones, that would give you mental clarity, that would fix your digestion, that would fix all of your health to the max amount, would you take that drug? And everyone was like, yeah. Well, that drug is sleep. Like, sleep fixes everything, and we want to prioritize supplements and food and workouts, but we forget that sleep is really what repairs our body and allows it to function optimally. And if you continue to function on not enough sleep, it's going to be really difficult for you, and you're forever going to be dependent on caffeine. Now, I'm done being your mom. You get it. Sleep more. Let's talk about some other things that you can do. Maybe you are sleeping enough. Maybe you feel like, hey, I'm getting 7 to 8 hours, which, by the way, that's kind of the typical recommendation for most people, 7 to 8 hours to get enough recovery to fuel your body and to make sure you have energy. Maybe you're getting that. Maybe you feel like you're prioritizing sleep, but you're not getting the energy that you need and you're tired. Here's the biggest recommendation I can give you. I could talk about the foods you need. I could talk about the supplements you should take. I could talk about the workouts you can do, and I'll mention some of those things. But the most important thing you need to do is to get testing done. Instead of guessing and being like, hey, maybe I'll just eat this diet instead, or maybe I'll eat more carbs, or maybe I'll take this vitamin, or I'll take this nootropic, or whatever it is, the easiest way to do this is to just get testing done so that you actually know what's going on. Here's a couple examples of things that testing showed me that allowed me to fix these things so that I don't have to guzzle caffeine anymore. In fact, I had this conversation today, someone asking me, hey, how many energy drinks do you drink a day? And I was like, well, I used to drink way more, but I've cut it way down, and I'm gonna give you the secret to how. The testing that I took gave me a couple nutrients that I was deficient in. Number 1 was vitamin D, number 2 was vitamin B, and number 3 was iron. All 3 of these, which is really common actually, probably 75-80% of our clients that we put through testing protocols, those 3 are deficient and they wonder why they're tired all the time. It's not just their sleep, it's not just their lack of consistency with diet, it's because they have 3 big nutrients that are missing in their body that actually produce your body's energy. And so for you, you might be like me and you might be deficient in these. There's really practical, easy steps to fix those that don't require massive time and effort and life change. They just require focus, and it requires making a decision. So for me, vitamin D, I had to get more sunlight or take a vitamin D supplement. In fact, I do both because I wanted to maximize energy. I had to, for my iron, I had to eat more red meat or take an iron vitamin. I just decided to eat more red meat. And then for vitamin B, I added vitamin B to my morning routine. And with those 3 things being added, I have way more energy. In fact, I'm recording this video on 4 hours of sleep right now, and I still feel great. The guy behind the camera is like, dude, how do you have this much energy? Why? Because I've fixed the nutrient deficiencies that I've had in my body, and most of the time I get enough sleep. So the times that it doesn't happen, which life happens, I'm still functioning as optimal as possible in those other ways so that I can get the most out of my day. So if you will get testing done, you can figure out how to optimize those little tiny things that will lead to amazing results. That testing will also tell you maybe what foods you need to eat more of, how you need to move your body consistently, how much sleep your body needs, so you can take those and go much deeper in those as well. But the biggest things I would focus on is fixing your nutrient deficiencies or your hormone issues or gut health issues that testing is going to present. Once you have that data, you can really start to fix the internal issues that are causing you to be tired all the time so that you don't need the caffeine anymore. Now, you may hear this and be like, all right, Cole, I get it. So I need to go on this path of fixing my life and fixing my body and changing everything. But what do I do right now? Because I'm tired today, watching this video, exhausted. Do I just go grab another energy drink and figure it out until I fix that stuff? No, there's some other practical things you can do. So let me give you a couple hacks that I implement and we have our clients implement to give them really quick energy increases without having to go grab more caffeine. So I'm gonna give you 4 quick hacks that I love to use when I'm tired, because even though I said I fixed my nutrients and I eat better and I move more consistently and I've dialed that stuff in, there's days like today where I said I was on 4 hours of sleep that I have to do something to make up for a mistake I made. Even though it wasn't on purpose, there's sometimes life happens and you're tired. And so I'm gonna give you 4 things that I do to increase my energy levels. You ready? Number 1, I'm gonna start with the fun one, music. Music is such a cool way to boost your energy levels, to increase your endorphins, to get the energy going. If you put on a good jam, you're gonna just start to feel good. It changes how your brain chemistry starts working, and you just get that energy kick that's really fun. In fact, I just finished a marathon this weekend, and I was exhausted, so tired. The last mile, I put on a little Eminem. I got my head bumping. I started to get a little fun going from that music, because that song just gets me going. It's Lose Yourself if you want to get a good jam. And that last mile, I felt better than I did the first mile. Why? Because I had a little bit of an external boost from that music. The same thing you can do though is if you're working long hours, you're at work and you're tired and you're like, man, I need to grab another energy drink. Before you do that, take a step back, put on a good song and see what happens. See what happens if that beat kicks in. My guess is you'll start to feel a little more energy. Number 2, breath work. This may be not something you've heard a ton about, and it may be for those that do know a little bit about it, might be woo, like, ooh, is that like some like mindset meditation thing? No, although you can get super technical in that stuff, you just getting more oxygen to your brain actually produces more energy. And so there's some breathing techniques that you can implement that will actually allow you to have more energy. And I don't have time in this video to break down a full breathwork strategy. There's plenty of people that are much more experts than me in that, but you just simply doing this, focusing on big deep breaths in and big deep breaths out and getting more oxygen will allow your body to produce more of what it needs. Most of the time when you're yawning, it's your body signaling that your brain is short on oxygen. So a lot of your tired feelings and the yawning that you're having is not because you're just low on energy production in your body. It's because there's signals going to your brain saying, hey, I don't have enough oxygen, which usually happens when you don't get enough sleep, you don't get enough nutrients. And so what you can do to counteract that is to get a bunch of oxygen into your lungs so that your brain and your body can start to make up for what's missing. Next, this one is super simple. If you're tired, if you're feeling like you're dragging in the middle of the day, get up and move. Simple as that. It's not that difficult. I firmly believe that motion drives emotion. If I am exhausted, if I'm tired and I want to create a different type of emotion that's not all the time, I got to get up and move my body. And so what I do is if I'm starting to feel tired, I've been sitting at my desk, I stand up, I go for a walk. Let's say you don't have the ability to take a break maybe in your day, get a standing desk. I actually have a treadmill, portable treadmill that goes under my standing desk, and I'll be on Zoom calls or I'll be working and I'm stepping and moving the whole time. Why? Because I'm keeping the blood flow going, I'm keeping the nutrients in my body. I am moving to create more energy. And that may seem counterintuitive, like how does moving make me less tired? It does, because it gets your body producing the chemicals and the nutrients that it needs to fuel itself. So if you're feeling tired, get up and move. And maybe you want it to be more fun than just walking. Do a little Taylor Swift Shake It Off, like get up and move your body around. I promise you, if you'll prioritize 30 seconds to 60 seconds of movement when you get tired, you'll feel way different. Okay, number 4 and last one. Outside of moving your body, doing some breath work, putting some music on, one of the other best ways is an environment change. You just getting into a different room makes your body start to like awaken and alert because it has to reprocess all that information. You moving into a different environment is a big help. That's why a lot of times if I get tired, I will move into a different room and go work. Or if I'm working in my office, I'll go work at a coffee shop, or I'll go work where there's more energy and there's people around. The simple environment change will give you way more energy. And here's a little pro hack. Do all four. Like do all four of those. If you start to feel tired, don't just do one. Get up, start to move, go to a different environment, get some music going, and start to breathe really deep. I guarantee you, just with a couple minutes of that, you're gonna feel like way better than you would from an energy drink. So, in summary, fix the internal stuff. Like start to fix the foundations of what's actually going on in your body, whether that's getting more sleep, or that's fixing the nutrient deficiencies, the hormones that you can find with the testing that I recommended. And then once you've done that, until then, whenever you start to get tired, implement one of those four things or all of them of move, breathe, put some music on, and change your environment. If you do those four things, I guarantee you're gonna have way more energy. You're not gonna be dependent on all that caffeine. So you might have been thinking as I was explaining how you fix those internal issues, how you get the testing done, how you start to fuel your body differently. Like, hey Cole, how do I do that? How do I get the testing? How do I determine what my body needs for fuel? How do I find out if I'm deficient in certain areas? I'm gonna just give you a free resource that allows you to do that yourself so you don't have to guess and go search and Google it. So what I've done is I've included a free ebook in the description below. So if you go click that, that ebook is gonna walk you through exactly how to get testing done for your body so you know what's missing, you know what to fix, you know what to focus on to increase energy, but it's also gonna give you workout programs for your body. It's gonna give you nutrition programs for your body so that you can optimize and maximize that energy and you can have all the fuel that you need to make sure you're not dependent on that caffeine. Hope this is encouraging. Hope this helps you a lot. Please, please, please don't let this just be information. Go download that ebook so that you can actually begin to take action. Thank you so much for watching this. See you in the next one.